G'day everyone, Mark here. No, I don't normally dress like this. Kind of feels like it doesn't matter how much you can dress up a turd, it still looks like a turd, but not like I give a fuck. It is the 8th of December. Now, you've seen the update that I've given you in regards to Tony, and he got 2 speeding tickets. The hearings went through like a hitch without a problem. We sent them the request to New Zealand PIB, or Police Infringement Bureau, requested the hearings, got the hearings. The one in Hamilton was set for the 21st for his first court hearing, which we sent in the documents, notice of appearance, and you've heard the phone call I had with Stephen Leet, the prosecutor from Hamilton, on that one. It was all accepted. And he's got the defended hearing now for that in a couple of months, 23rd of January. Now, you would have expected, considering that off-fault notices of appearances in Auckland, Whangarei, Waitakere, and quite a few courthouses, never had a problem, always been accepted, no glitch. However, it seems like Manukau District Court is the exception, and along with Manukau Police Prosecution Services. Now, I sent an email to them, just as I did with the Hamilton District Court and whatnot, on Sunday the 13th of November. I got the automatic response from them. Great. Automatic response from PPS was, this CRN doesn't exist. I attached all of the documents, and a lady, I forget what her name was, but it says quite clearly in the following email chain that she removed all of the attachments. So she said, I said, well, as you can see by the attachment, the CRN number is correct. And she was asking me Tony's date of birth, you know, and all of that shit. And I'm sort of, well, the CRN number's there. I sent them a copy of the charging document. Then they turn around and go, oh, sorry, our mistake, we fucked up. She made some stupid excuse. I said, well, perhaps this Lauren, whatever her name was, shouldn't have removed the attachments. It must have been her responding, because she goes, I didn't. Even though it says in the email chain, removed by her. So after we go through all that bullshit, clearly the PIB have got all of the documentation, but to make sure that the attachments weren't removed again, I even dropped all of the documents into the actual body of the email so they couldn't be removed, which made a nice long 27-page fucking document for them. So then what she does, she forwards it off to disclosure with a little comment like this. Somewhere in this there is a request for disclosure. So clearly reading's not the best thing she's able to do. And that was that. Now, what I did is, after the 25th, which was the first call hearing for the Manukau ticket, after the 25th, I emailed Manukau District Court and waited for a week for a response and got none. I emailed them, can you please tell me when the defended hearing is set or scheduled, or the fixture date is scheduled for this hearing. We've heard nothing back. No response whatsoever from Manukau District Court. Complete ignorance. So what I ended up doing is ringing the 0800 courts number on this Monday, just been on the 5th, and you'll find that on the 5th of December, when I rung them up, she then tells me, oh, it's been adjourned until the 8th of December. And I'm sort of scratching my head going, why was it adjourned? And she couldn't tell me. Apparently it's on a judge's list, or a JP list. And I'm sort of, okay, well, why has that happened, considering a notice of appearance was filed with you? We're expecting a defended hearing.
PINAC, welcome to the Ministry of Justice. Your call may be recorded for reference purposes.
PINAC, welcome to the Ministry of Justice. You're speaking with Annalise. How can I help?
Sorry, Annalise, was it?
Annalise, yeah.
Hi. My name's Mark. Should I give you a CRN number?
It's that'd be great, thanks.
220-921-45907.
Yep. I will get that one for you.
Thank you.
Right, and this one's for Tony, right?
Yeah.
Are you his counsel or his friend? Or?
Oh, his lay assistant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Just calling to find out when the defended hearing is going to be scheduled for.
I can see next appearance is a list for the JP for the 8th of December at 12:45 in Monaco. Nothing else scheduled.
So 8th of December, did you say a JP list?
Yep, it is a JP list.
So is that for his defended hearing?
Um,
The confusion I'm asking, the reason I'm asking is because he had his initial court appearance for that one on the 25th of November, I believe it was.
Yep.
And we filed a notice of appearance entering a plea of not guilty, so we're expecting literally just a defended hearing to happen. So why is it on a JP list?
Alright. I can't see anything for that one, but if you're wanting to chase that one up, I can pop you into the right line. It shouldn't be holding for too long or anything like that. And they should be able to help you with that one, if you're right to hold on.
Sure. Thank you.
No worries.
Senator, welcome to the Ministry of Justice. You're speaking with Sandra. How can I help?
Hi, how are you? I'm just calling to...
Good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. I'm just trying to find out what's the next, what the JP list is for Tony. Do you have the CRN number there?
Sorry, is it the client?
Sorry, my name's Mark Keane. I'm lay assistant for Tony Raymond Adams. He had a speeding ticket come through, scheduled for a first call hearing on the 25th of November. On the 13th of November, we filed a notice of appearance entering a plea of not guilty, and we're just wondering when the defended hearing is. I'm just speaking.
Okay.
Sorry, carry on.
Yep. Did you have any details?
Do you want the
CRA or?
Yep, CRN number.
Yep.
Is 220
Mhm.
921 45907. Sorry, I thought the previous lady had forwarded that through to you. So.
Oh no, she didn't. That's okay. Can you confirm the defendant's name
Tony
and date of birth?
And I believe his date of birth.
Correct. So what we have here on file, there's a hearing list, scheduled for this week on Thursday, the 8th, at 12:45.
Is that a defended hearing or?
It just says list, JP.
Okay, so I'm just, normally we.
So there.
Normally we're told there's a defended hearing and there's usually a 1 or 2 hour hearing for it. So what is the list for? Considering a formal plea's been entered, I would expect a defended hearing.
It doesn't. It just says JP. I can see that there was meant to be in the first appearance that was scheduled on the 25th of November, but now they've adjourned it to the 8th of December.
Why was that adjourned? Because an appearance was on the 13th of November.
I have no idea. There's no details on there.
Do you have the documents that were filed on the 13th of November and 12th of November?
Let's have a look.
There should be one there on the 13th of November titled Notice of Appearance, because as far as I'm aware, an appearance doesn't mean him standing there in front of you. An appearance is a memorandum or a notation. So he's filed a notice of appearance on the 13th of November, formally entering a not guilty plea. So we're wondering why not a defended hearing? Why has it been adjourned until this Wednesday? And if I hadn't actually called you today, neither him or myself wouldn't have even known that it's been adjourned. So why has that happened? Considering the ironic thing is we also had speeding ticket for one in Hamilton on the 21st of November. Notice of appearance was filed, and now it's scheduled for a defended hearing on the 23rd of January, just as we would have expected this one to have happened. So,
sorry, when you guys, when you filed the application, was that sent by email?
The notice of appearance was set to Manukau District Court and to the police prosecutions of Manukau.
Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to place you on hold to find out what's happening, because there's only so much that we can see on our side, so I'll need to contact the case officer. So, sorry, just in terms of the, so are you counsel for the defendant?
I'm his lay assistant for him, yes.
Lay assistant?
Yeah, lay advisor. I'm not a lawyer, but...
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've never had this.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Sorry.
No, it doesn't. So what I'll do is I'll just double check with them and find out what's happened. And then we'll see from there. Okay? Hold on. Hi there, thank you so much for your patience. So I tried to get in touch with the court and the case officer. However, they weren't able to. It's gone straight to voicemail. The only thing I can do is flick in an email to them and just advise them to get in contact with you in regards to this.
If they could, that would be awesome. Would you like my number?
Yes, please, and your email as well. Email.com.
That's the one.
Awesome. I'll send through, I'll flick them a message, and I'll put down your contact details so they can follow up with the plea by notice application, okay? Because I don't see anything on our side, so they may have something on their side that we don't see here.
So you don't have a notice of appearance filed there?
There's nothing that I can see here on the file. However, the team might have...
Do you have an email address that I can forward a copy of it to you, so you do have it?
So there's only certain things that we can see. That the courts will have to, the actual courthouse would have access, or I guess they would see that kind of stuff. Those applications, sorry. But with that, we don't see. There's only certain things that we can see here on our side.
Okay, so you can't access that. All right. So
yeah. So I'll flick them a message.
Okay, so if I don't hear from them and no one shows up on the 8th, what happens?
There could be a warrant. They could issue a warrant.
I doubt that for a speeding ticket, but it's only a Category 1 offence.
But no, I'll get in contact with them.
Yeah.
To follow up with this.
Yeah.
When was it filed, sorry?
On the 13th of November. It might have been a Sunday, or it might have been the 14th of November, but we have proof of service on the emails that were sent to Manukau and to Manukau PPS as well. So, and
you received the automatic response?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
So, yeah, we can...
Yep, I'll get them to follow up with that.
Just to be clear, it wasn't an application for anything. It's a notice of appearance. It's not an application. It's just a notice appearing.
That's okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, then.
Day, eh?
Okay, then.
Bye now.
You too. Thank you for your call. Bye.
I rang them up, I left a message, I left my email, I left my phone number. I said, can someone please get back to me? Left it for another couple of days. Nothing until yesterday, Wednesday the 7th of December. I ring them up again and I say, can you tell me what time it is? Because they told me it was on the 8th, didn't tell me what for, didn't have a clue, couldn't get a hold of the right team member of whatever group in the district court could help me.
Your call may be recorded for reference purposes. If your call is about the cybersecurity incident, please press 1. PINAC, welcome to the Ministry of Justice. Your call may be recorded for reference purposes. PINAC, welcome to the Ministry of Justice. You're speaking with Marcel. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you? Shall I give
I'm good, thanks.
That's great. Shall I give you a CRN number?
Yes, certainly.
220-921-45907.
Thank you. And who am I speaking to, please?
My name's Mark Keane. I'm lay assistant for Tony.
Thank
you. And can I just confirm Tony's date of birth as well, please? Thank you. And how can I help you today?
I called a couple of days ago, curious as to why the first call hearing on the 25th of November was adjourned. I actually initially called because I was wanting to know when the defended hearing date was, but I was told 2 days ago when I called that it had been adjourned until the 8th of December. I got put through to someone and they took my email address, phone number. I haven't heard nothing in the last 2 days, so I'm calling back because even though it's the 8th of December tomorrow, we weren't actually given a time. So I'm hoping you can tell me what time it has been adjourned till tomorrow and put me through to someone that can explain why the notice of appearance that we emailed on the 14th of November was never accepted.
Okay, sure. I'm sorry, did you say that was the 14th of November?
Yeah, we sent through a notice of appearance, a memorandum for application for disclosure, several documents, an authorisation for myself to act on Tony's behalf. We sent all of these through to Manukau District Court and Manukau PPS on the 14th of November. They were dated the 12th and 13th respectively. And we got an automatic response back from them, so we had taken that it had been accepted, and yet the notice of appearance clearly wasn't accepted on the date of the hearing because now it's been adjourned for some reason. Ironically, the ironic part is he's actually had 2 speeding tickets, one in Hamilton and one for Manukau jurisdictions, and the Hamilton one on the 21st of November, we sent through the exact same paperwork. It was accepted. We've now got a defended hearing on the 23rd of January, I think, for that one in Hamilton, and yet that didn't happen with Manukau, and we're kind of curious as to why.
Sure. Yes, so we do have a time of 12:45 for tomorrow, and that's in courtroom 11.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go for it.
Okay, I'll try and get in touch with the case officer to see if they can clarify as to why the notice of appearance hasn't been confirmed with you. Are you okay to hold the line for me, please, Mark?
Sure, and can I just confirm it was 11:45 or 12:45?
It's 12:45, 1:45.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. Okay, no problem. Won't be a moment, please. Hi, Mark. Thanks for holding. So the case officer is unavailable. I just tried a line, but she didn't pick up. So I'm going to see if someone else on her team can assist. Are you okay to hold the line for a bit longer while I do so?
Sure, not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for holding. I'm so sorry for the long wait. Okay, so I do apologize. I've had trouble getting through to someone, and the one person that I spoke to, they advised to contact Loma Yardley, and I've tried her line. It's gone straight to a voicemail, but it's showing that she is at the office. Are you happy to leave her a message, and once she's back at her desk, she can give you a call back?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Okay, all right. I'm so sorry for the long wait there, but I'll pop...
Do I need, in the message, do I need to leave the CRN number, or has that been transferred to her?
No, if you can just leave the CRN number, that'd be great. Okay, all right. So I'll pop you through right now, okay?
Thank you so much. You have an awesome day.
Okay, you too. Thanks for your call. See you. Bye.
Get to the phone at the moment. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press hash for more options.
Yes, good morning. This is Mark Keane, a lay assistant, calling in regards to Tony CRN number 220-921-45907. I'm calling in regards to a hearing first call hearing on the 25th of November that was scheduled for this matter. We're trying to find out as to why it was adjourned, as opposed to why the notice of appearance that we had emailed through to Police Prosecution Services and Manukau District Court on the 14th of November wasn't accepted, and why there is not a defended hearing set for a time sometime early next year, I would expect. If you could please call me back on we're just curious as to why the notice of appearance was not accepted. He actually filed 2 notices of appearance at 2 jurisdictions, Hamilton on the 21st and Manukau on the 25th of November. The Hamilton one went through without a hitch, no problems, and yet for some reason it was adjourned instead of set for a defended hearing. So we're just curious as to why that's happened. We have been told, I rang 2 days ago on Monday, and I was told that it had been adjourned until tomorrow at now 12:45 in the afternoon. Obviously Tony is a busy man, and notice of appearance should have sufficed for a not guilty plea to have been entered. Why that was not accepted, we have no idea. We will attend tomorrow if we must, but we are going to be seeking some answers as to why this happened. If you can call me back at your earliest convenience, preferably before tomorrow 12:45, that would be awesome. I did leave my name and email and phone number 2 days ago when I called. No one has gotten back to me. And in fact, if I hadn't called on Monday, we wouldn't even know about the 8th of December's adjournment. So if you could please explain what is going on, why there is a difference between the Hamilton and Manukau jurisdictions as to why paperwork is accepted on one and not the other. We have filed many notices of appearance during my time, and this is the first time we have ever had a court, dare I say, stuff up in such a manner. So if we could please find out some answers, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Left my number again on yesterday, on the Wednesday, saying, can someone please call me and tell me what the fuck's going on? Now on Monday, they made the lovely little threat that, well, if he doesn't appear, it'll be a warrant for arrest. I went, over a speeding ticket? Are you kidding me? But it turns out that judges and JPs can, of their own volition or their own initiative, just ignore shit that's been filed and do whatever they want anyway, because legislation, as much as you'd like to think that's law, legislation is only a guideline for the person interpreting it. And that's why case law has more authority, or why they're called authorities, or more power than the actual legislation, because it's the decisions that other judges have made from interpreting the law that has more weight to it. So, today, for absolutely no fucking reason whatsoever that I've been given, we have to show up, and they're going to be expecting Tony to be entering a plea. Well, we've already filed the documents, and I have the email chain to prove that. So I'm going to be asking, why has PPS dicked around this person? Why have they abused the process that's clearly set in legislation as to how you're supposed to do things? Why are you wasting this man and my time having to drive all the way to Manukau to say not guilty when a not guilty plea has already been filed with you? All it is, it's just, and the police will probably fucking drop it before it gets to a defended hearing, but all it is if they can't get money out of you that way, they'll waste your time and your money and your petrol and your disbursements to just have to appear in court. Now, I've told Tony's going to meet me there. We're both going. We're both scratching our heads going, what the fuck is the story? The only good thing that's come out of me and Tony having a hook up today is the fact that I'll be able to get all of the disclosure that they've supposedly given him, including all of the statements in regards to the airport. Now that's going to be interesting. So, yeah, I'm on my way now to Manukau. It's a good hour's drive for me. It looks like some cars driven onto the roundabout. Clearly they don't know which way they're going. KCZ 960. Silly person doesn't know how to drive. Well, they went straight through the sign and everything. Anyway, so yeah, off to Manukau. They're going to be expecting Tony. Well, we've already given the submissions, and I'm going there more for answers than anything else today, and of course to get the disclosure from Tony. Great to meet up with him again. Wish him a Merry Christmas before Christmas, but that's all social beside the point. Could have done that through a phone call. But no, the Manukau District Court are that incompetent, along with the Police Prosecution Service in Manukau, that they don't even know how to fucking do a speeding ticket correctly. How pathetic are they? Now, I left a message when I called up yesterday for someone, don't know who it was, I've got all the calls. They'll be included in this recording. Whoever it was to get back to me and explain why has the court or the police PPS stuffed up. Now, I'd like to be asking the Police Prosecution Service, why are we here today as well? Do they not understand the written word on paper in documents called Notice of Appearance? Do you? You can't say you didn't receive them. I have your automatic responses from the emails. So why, if it was of the judge's own volition, did he do that? Why is the process being abused? They say in their little letter, you must attend. Well, as I've proven with Tony's 21st appearance, that's bullshit. We didn't drive to Hamilton. Pleas still been entered. The prosecutor's been told that, not guilty. So be it. Now, they might turn around and say, oh, it was because I spoke to you, we've accepted it. It wasn't the notice of appearance that we've accepted. Really, because when I forwarded that email to them, everything was happy. So, it's really fucked up the way there is no consistency through the courts. You know, I've struck different registrars in different courts. Some have been really, really helpful. Some have been complete dickheads. You know, not mentioning any names, Dwayne down on Rotorua. So, yeah. Why am I going there? We're going to find out when I get there. Not wearing my jersey. Don't see the point. They've already been taught the lesson on that one. Not to discriminate against people because of what they're wearing. Not to consider a jersey that's clearly not saying that I'm a court security officer. You know, not to consider that a threat to the court security. What a joke. At no point did I, you know, class myself as a court security officer. So they had no pot to piss in under the Flags and Emblems Act saying that I was posing as one of their court security. But anyway, so I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know what goes on, and we'll see how we get on. People there may or may not be recording. No, they never mind. If people want to give me that recording afterwards and I happen to have a recording, so be it. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, at this point, we're going to see what these dickheads are up to. Alright guys, I'll catch you soon. Bye now. Do you like the time? G'day guys. So, been to court. Tony was a little late, so luckily I was there on time and got to stand up and just get the court to hold on a few minutes for Tony to get there. Now it turns out on the 25th of November, when the first court hearing should have been made and the notice of appearance should have been accepted, there was industrial action. So because there was industrial action and it was adjourned until the 8th of December, do you think that the district court gave Tony any notice? No. Why would they? It's not their job to tell us what our dates are, is it? Even though that's precisely what they do when you ring them. So that is the reason it wasn't accepted on the 25th of November. Industrial action, or in other words, they were all on strike. Probably because the police have been arresting too many people for chumped up fucking shit that the court system's overloaded. Or it could be because of the protests and all of those people they're trying to sort out. Who the fuck knows or cares? SharePoint was though, today I confirmed with them that they have received the documentation, that it's all there. I asked the JP, can you explain to me why on the 25th that wasn't accepted? He told me it was because of the industrial action. So they went through everything. It seems to be these formal proof hearings are a bloody joke. They adjourn everything until a date, don't tell anybody about it, nobody shows up, and they just find under formal proof that the case has been met, and just one person got $600 fine and $130 costs for not showing up, probably to a date that they weren't told about. What a have. What a complete have. Now why the 0800 court system couldn't have told me, well, it's because nothing was heard on the 25th, it was industrial action and it was adjourned until today. Why they couldn't, I don't know. Why the threats over the phone of there could be an arrest warrant for a speeding ticket issued. I mean, what a fucking joke. That is bullshit, because there were people that didn't show up for speeding today. No arrest warrant was issued. They was just found guilty on formal proof. In other words, by the documents the police have supplied the courts, they found them guilty without even a hearing. Cash cow. What a fucking shocker and what a joke. I haven't sat there before and listened to so much fucking connery going on in my life. Only one, in a list of 20 people, only one guy showed up, and I'm sure he knew the date. But for speeding tickets and other ones and drink driving, people didn't show up. They probably didn't know, because we had a date today. Do you think we knew about it unless I rung him? No. And the judge, or JP, just seemed to, you know, well, it's not our problem to tell you the court dates that it's for you to be ringing up and finding that sort of stuff out. Are you kidding? When you guys adjourn a date, when a formal plea of not guilty has been entered, I would have expected that that would have still worked today. So myself and Tony might not have had to show up. A notice of appearance was filed. But on the upside, now we've got a defended hearing for an hour and a half in just over a month. And do you think the police are going to like me? Because I pointed out under section 13 we'd like full disclosure before then too, because they haven't done it. Although Tony did give me a few police disclosure documents for me to have a look at as far as the airport's concerned, and what they have given him for the 2 tickets we're challenging. So anyway, guys, that's what's happened. The judge was saying 10:30. The duty solicitor wrote down 2:30. I guess we'll just have a guess on which one that is. Perhaps I'll give them another call beforehand and just make sure I know what time we're supposed to be there. 10:30 or 2:30, which is it? Anyway, so guys, that's the Manukau speeding ticket sorted out, defended hearing, 12th of January, and the Hamilton one is the 23rd of January. So in a couple of weeks I'm going to be seeing Tony a couple of times, and we're going to go for a road trip down to Hamilton to have some fun down there. I wonder if my old mate Stephen Leet's going to be there for me to see, because he was quite adamant that he might not be the prosecutor dealing with it on that date. What a joke. Alright guys, so that's it. I'm going to be able to breathe in a second and take this fucking thing off, and yeah, we'll catch you later. But it does go to show, because I went dressed in a shirt and tie and, you know, a polished turd, then the judges actually had time to listen to me and hear what I had to say. They accepted that I was his lay assistant. Why? Because they've got all the documents telling them so. And even if Tony hadn't have shown up, I could have been there and represented him anyway as lay assistant, because I've got an authority to act form stating that I can. It might not say make representations on his behalf or presentations on his behalf, but it does say that I can do things on his behalf. So yeah, anyway, none of the never mind. Thought I'd keep you all informed. That's it for me. Looks like I've got hearings on the 12th, the 23rd and the 27th of January. It's going to be a busy month for court. All because of speeding tickets that they have to satisfy beyond a reasonable doubt every element of the allegation. Considering Tony's got no witnesses, not going to be testifying himself, it's all up to them to show beyond a reasonable doubt that Tony was driving. Summary of facts, that he is the registered owner of the vehicle. It doesn't state that he was driving it, and you know, that's kind of a crucial point. It's not who the registered owner is that you can go under a presumption, because there is no presumption that the registered owner was the driver anymore, because they've been told not guilty. So the registered owner has rebutted their allegation by saying not guilty. Now it's for them to prove, which they can't do, because the speed camera didn't take any picture of the driver. Now did it? So yeah, Gonna be an interesting one. We'll have some fun and see how it goes. Till then, have a good one.